I'm Deborah Chen, and I'm 81 years old. When my son Michael died in a car accident, his wife Karen and my 2 grandchildren were supposed to inherit his life insurance and our family business worth $3 million. But my daughter-in-law convinced me to sign papers she claimed were just formalities. Within weeks, she'd transferred everything into her name, sold our family business, put me in a nursing home against my will, and told my grandchildren I had dementia. She thought an elderly widow would be easy to manipulate. She forgot I built that business from nothing and spent 60 years outsmarting competitors. This is how I escaped, proved she committed fraud, and destroyed her completely. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss revenge stories like this. My name is Deborah Chen. I'm 81 years old, and 2 years ago, my world fell apart when my son Michael died in a car accident at 53. He left behind his wife Karen, 48, and my 2 grandchildren Emma and Jason, ages 16 and 14. Michael was my only child. His father died when Michael was young, so I raised him alone while building Chen Manufacturing from a tiny workshop into a successful business worth $3 million. Michael joined the company at 25, and we ran it together for 28 years. When he died, the business was jointly owned by both of us, and his half was supposed to go to Karen and the kids. Michael also had a $2 million life insurance policy with Karen as the beneficiary. Combined with the business, my daughter-in-law and grandchildren should have been set for life. I was devastated by Michael's death. Karen seemed devastated too. She cried at the funeral, held my hand, told me we'd get through this together as a family. I believed her. 3 weeks after Michael's funeral, Karen came to my house with papers. Mom, these are just formalities for the insurance and the business transfer. The lawyer said you need to sign them so everything processes smoothly. I was still deep in grief. I trusted Karen completely. She'd been married to Michael for 20 years. She was the mother of my grandchildren. I signed without reading carefully. That was my mistake. Within 2 weeks, I discovered what Karen had actually done. Those papers weren't formalities. They were legal documents transferring my half of the business entirely to Karen, giving her power of attorney over all my finances, and naming her as my healthcare proxy. I had signed away everything. Karen moved quickly. She sold Chen Manufacturing to a competitor for $3 million. She took Michael's life insurance money. She emptied our joint business accounts. Then she had me declared mentally incompetent and put me in a nursing home against my will. Your mother-in-law has dementia, she told the facility staff. She gets confused and makes accusations. Don't believe anything she says. She told Emma and Jason the same thing. Grandma is sick. She doesn't recognize reality anymore. It's better if you don't visit her because it upsets her. Karen had stolen everything, isolated me from my grandchildren, and locked me in a nursing home. She thought I was just a confused old woman who'd be easy to control. She was wrong. I didn't have dementia. My mind was completely sharp. I'd built a $3 million business from nothing. I'd negotiated with suppliers, managed employees, outsmarted competitors for 60 years. Karen had no idea who she was dealing with. The nursing home had internet access. I used it to contact my real attorney, Richard Martinez, who'd handled my legal affairs for 30 years. I explained everything that had happened. Deborah, this is fraud, Richard said immediately. Karen tricked you into signing documents under false pretenses. She committed forgery by claiming you had dementia when you don't. We can fight this. Richard filed an emergency motion to invalidate the power of attorney and the business transfer documents. He argued that Karen had obtained them through fraud and misrepresentation. He also arranged for me to be examined by 3 independent psychiatrists who all confirmed I had no dementia whatsoever. The judge ordered a hearing. Karen showed up with her lawyer, confident and smug. She thought I was helpless. Your Honor, my mother-in-law signed these documents voluntarily, Karen's lawyer argued. She's elderly and now regrets her decisions, but that doesn't make them invalid. Richard destroyed that argument. Your Honor, Mrs. Chen was told these were formalities for insurance processing. She was grieving her son's death. Karen Chen deliberately misrepresented what these documents were, obtained them through fraud, and then sold a business worth $3 million that wasn't entirely hers to sell. The 3 psychiatric evaluations proved I had no cognitive impairment. I testified clearly and coherently about exactly what Karen had told me and how she'd deceived me. The judge was furious. "Mrs. Karen Chen, you exploited your mother-in-law's grief to steal her life's work. You committed fraud, elder abuse, and theft. I'm invalidating every document she signed." But Karen had already sold the business. That money was spent. However, the judge ordered Karen to pay me $2.5 million in restitution, essentially all of Michael's life insurance money, plus her share of the business sale. Karen tried to claim she didn't have the money. Richard's forensic accountant proved she did. She'd bought a new house, new cars, and made luxury purchases. The judge gave her 30 days to pay or face criminal charges. Karen paid. She had to sell her new house, return the cars, and liquidate everything. She ended up living in a small apartment with almost nothing. But I wasn't done. Richard filed a criminal complaint for elder abuse and fraud. The district attorney prosecuted aggressively because elder financial abuse was a priority in our county. Karen's trial was devastating for her. Emma and Jason, now 18 and 16, testified against their own mother. "She told us Grandma had dementia and we shouldn't visit," Emma said, crying. "She lied to us and stole from Grandma." Karen's own children had turned against her. The jury convicted her on multiple counts of fraud and elder abuse. The judge sentenced her to 4 years in state prison. "You exploited your mother-in-law's grief to steal her life's work," the judge said. "You isolated her from her grandchildren. You belong in prison." Karen is now serving her sentence. She'll be released when she's 52 with a felony record and nothing left. I took the $2.5 million and created a trust fund for Emma and Jason. It'll pay for their college, their first homes, and give them the financial security Michael wanted them to have. I also bought a small house near the university where Emma is studying. Both kids live with me now. "Grandma, we're so sorry we believed Mom," Jason told me last year. "We should have visited you." "You were children," I said. "She manipulated you too. What matters is we're together now. I'm 81 years old. I built a $3 million business from nothing. I raised my son alone. And when my daughter-in-law thought she could exploit my grief to steal everything, I fought back with 60 years of business experience and destroyed her completely." Karen thought my age made me vulnerable. She learned that 81 years means 81 years of experience outsmarting people like her. She tried to take everything from me. Instead, she lost everything herself and went to prison. My grandchildren are with me. My money is secured. And Karen is in a cell learning that you don't steal from someone who spent 60 years building empires. The end.